This just in. Boise, Idaho is being taken over by sprawl. Idaho Smart Growth and partner organizations have received many inquiries for help and suggestions on how to contain this growth within their communities. Even with the economic downturn, citizens are fighting for planning that reflects their values and needs. Let's turn to our Idaho Smart Growth correspondent. Idaho Smart Growth has been working to ensure that this great state of Idaho thinks twice about how we do or do not contain our continued growth. Smart growth is defined by 10 principles. They should be visible on the screen. As you can tell, transportation is key, along with housing and ensuring our ag land and open spaces are protected. The main goal was to give cities and counties the support, advice, and help they need to obtain smart growth. This is still the case. Idaho Smart Growth has helped with infill within cities, aided in better transportation options like bike boulevards, and has even analyzed land use planning for cities and counties to ensure that the needs of transportation and housing for families are being met within the smart growth areas. However, without our communities caring about the issue of sprawl, our work is mute. We also need landowners to protect and preserve their land.
Back here in the desert oasis, we got some new people coming in and spreading. I see them coming from the cities and from all over. What we need is a planning hero.
A planning hero, someone who can right the wrongs of urban sprawl, someone fighting for the common man. Before our hero can take action, Fast Facts, brought to you by Boise Inc., making all your paper product needs.
My name is Ray Finkel, and I want to talk about Boise, Idaho. In 2013, in Boise, Idaho, the population was estimated at 214,237. In Boise, Idaho, the land area in square mileage in 2010 was 79.36. That's equal to the Magdalene Islands in the Gulf of St. Lawrence in the Atlantic Ocean. In Boise, Idaho, in the parsons per square mile in 2010 was 2,591.5. Prior to the 2009-2010 recession, the Idaho was the sixth fastest growing state by population in the country of the United States. This is Ray Finkel.
Now let's talk to Planning Hero and figure out what is to be done with urban sprawl in Boise.
Hello, I'm flying over Boise now and will be landing shortly.
We will come back to Planning Hero, but first, let's hear from one of our local residents, Walt Bays, who's been living in Boise since it was first founded in 1863.
Well, I remember the founding of the great city of Boise. And, it was 1863. But I'd rather tell you about our planning history. Now, the great state of Idaho, it passed its first planning and zoning regulations in, it was 1935. Now these regulations, they failed to address many of the local planning related concerns. Now they also failed to define a comprehensive plan. The local governments, they had no procedure for granting permits, making local decisions on placing moratorium on planning permits. Now, that's a temporary hold on an activity. Now, much of much of Idaho, it's a rural state. Now much of the rural Idaho, it was urbanizing quickly, and there was something needed to be done. So, in 1967, now the state passed. It was many planning laws to address a lot of these programs of the growth, the kids and the whatnots. And they created the State and Community Affairs Agency. Now, this worked very closely with the counties to coordinate all their planning and their jibber jabbering and, this and the whatnot. Now, however, this is a point I'm kind of making. Now, however, there were still many gaps in the legislation. Oh, there were gaps, like in my mouth, because I ain't got no teeth. And they failed to coordinate all the planning laws into one comprehensive package. No, they did not do that. And so the great state of Idaho was once again at a loss. Until it was 1975. And the proud state of Idaho, it enacted the Idaho Local Land Use Plan Act, or, as I like to call it, the ILUP Law. Now, this required all the cities and the counties to have a comprehensive plan on land use zoning. They couldn't do this or that however they kind of pleased. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No. Now, what was that? Oh, nearly hard to you would. No one was planning nothing. Except what we were not finding it. So now Idaho, it did not have a statewide land use agency. If you could imagine that, or any state-based funding for cities or counties to actually do the land use planning work needed for their communities. Oh, Idaho. Now those big shots, howdy on top just expected us to figure it out. No technical assistance, or even anyone to make sure we're doing the right things. But figure it out, we did. Just like when boys, in the Civil War, we figured it out, we did. So once again, we put the mustard to the bread and we figured it out. Because we ain't had no support or funding. Many of these communities in Idaho, they are still using the comp plans and the land use zoning from back when this great state was enacted in 1975. Now, within ILUP, as I like to call it, I know them riff-raff young kids like that. Like, they like the acronyms, like LOL, whatever that means. I don't know, they're always touching their things, going LOL and this and that. Now, there's a section called Area of City Impact. This gives the cities a significant role in determining the developmental regulations within the urban fringe areas of their cities. They let us figure stuff out. And let me tell you, those planners were glorious without no support.
Well, thank you, Walt, for that enlightening bit of information. So it seems that sprawl has been an issue for years. While traditionally the state has not been involved, this might need to change to help contain the sprawl and growth within it and in surrounding counties. However, feelings are mixed. A survey taken of residents shows that they are split on items like, should the state be more involved with guiding community growth, and should the state set policies regarding growth. Neighboring states of Oregon and Washington both have set state growth management rules. Maybe Idaho is being too lenient. At the local level, communities feel that there is not enough technical information to create land use planning sufficiently. Over half of the people polled feel that the costs to implement the comp plan are not adequate. However, communities in Idaho feel that comp planning is important when there is not enough support from the state. We are still waiting to hear from Planning Hero, so let's turn to our Compass correspondent and a regular planner. Compass is the MPO, or Metropolitan Planning Organization of Northern Idaho County, Boise, and Canyon County. Compass is voluntary and member-based. The organization works to prepare essential material to the transportation planning process. I've been a part of it since the beginning, but I was more concerned about riding my hog back then. Now that got me thinking about all these transportation woes. Compass created Communities in Motion. This program focused on a desired set of outcomes that work with the relationship between land use and transportation investments. In 2006, Communities in Motion called for more compact growth within the region. 2.1 of their land use goals focuses on coordinating local land use planning, transportation planning, and development to maximize the use of their existing infrastructure. The City of Boise Airport was chosen as their newest maintenance facility of SkyWest Airlines. SkyWest Airlines was founded in 1972 and is headquartered in St. George, Utah. Once completed, the facility will hire 50 full-time employees in 2015 to service the interim facility, which will expand to 100 employees once expanded. The projected annual wage of an employee is $52,000 per year. With this expected growth, Boise needs to invest more time and energy into controlling it. The Central Business District of Boise is attempting to bring more people downtown to live, work, and play by creating 1,000 new dwelling units in the downtown area within the next 5 years. The city will need to change a zoning ordinance that does not allow residential units on the ground floor. This was to create mixed-use development, which is important, but housing is also important. There is no word if some of these new units will be affordable. And now a word from a concerned farmer and his wife, also concerned about conservation.
Now see here. With the pressures on Idaho's ag land and other natural resources getting bad again, we're going to see some rapid rates of growth here. I can't stand it. What's that, Ma? Oh. Now let me tell you, it ain't going to be pretty. There's some special plan policies surrounding these issues. Now, Ma, get off the roof! Now, we also got some issues with these wildfires. We got a lot of resource agencies. They know about the dangers of wildfires to the community, firefighters, and you know, the tree-hugging environment. They ain't doing jack squat with the current policies. We're dealing better with the soil integrity or the water supplies or the watershed. We need some wildfire planning policies here in Boise. I said get off the roof, Ma! This is a critical planning area that we have not covered. This wildfire. Now I know a few men researching these issues. We got Billy Bob over on the ranch. He does it in his spare time. Now, I like my Billy Bob. He makes some good hooch. Oh. Now, Warren's also my nephew, Michael Dombeck. Now, he's a great young man. If the ladies out there, he's single, if you know what I mean.
While Otis is concerned about fires destroying us and all our resources being destroyed by sprawl, I've actually been doing something. Can't never count on no man to get nothing done. So, I found this great site on the internets with the Google. It's called www.oneplan.org. It's all about helping Idaho farmers and others conserve land. They help you learn about the funding options, create a plan, and then help you submit it to your local conservation district. After that, a planner will contact you and help figure stuff out. There are many different conservation-related funding programs you can use. I thought I'd share a few that might interest some other Idahoans. 1. Forestry Assistance Bureau is when the Idaho Department of Lands helps landowners to establish healthy and sustainable forests that comply with the Idaho Forest Practice Act. Idaho's forest practices identify standards for logging, road building, reforestation, streamside protection, and other forest practices. 2. Then there's the Idaho Fish and Game. We love to go fishing in our lake. Last week I caught a 100-pounder bass. I swear it was bigger than the house. Fed us for months. Well, anyway, the Idaho Department of Fish and Game will provide financial and technical assistance to landowners that is aimed at maintaining, developing, and improving fish and wildlife habitat on their lands. 3. And finally, the Idaho Water Quality for Agriculture. This provides financial incentives to owners and operators of ag land in Idaho for applying conservation practices to protect and enhance water quality and also the fishes and wildlife habitat. This online tool helps a lot. I'm going to be conserving our land soon. Otis just don't know it yet. I'm thinking about working with the Idaho Coalition of Land Trusts, or as I like to call it, ICOLT. They work in other states other than Idaho, but we got about 500 acres right outside of Boise, and I think they're the ones to work with it. Thank you to the Elliots for that wonderful view on our farming and ag land situation in Boise. We finally have word from our planning hero, and we're going to them now.
I have finally touched down in Boise and am getting to work on fixing our current issue of sprawl. Since the state mandates that we have comprehensive plans and land use zoning while the state has no means or finances for helping the cities and counties, as Walt said, we have to do it ourselves. The Idaho State Code requires 13 elements of your comp plan. They are land use, school facilities, agriculture, population, transportation, housing, economic development, recreation, public facilities, and utilities, natural hazards, hazardous areas, community design, and special areas or sites. Growth management is listed, but it is optional. Boise has acted on the growth management concerns within 3 sections of Blueprint Boise, the comprehensive plan. One area is predictable development pattern for the city. This encourages compact growth and infill to help control the sprawl within the region. They are also concerned with using and expanding the public facilities and services efficiently. The downtown area has been designated a mixed-use infill area. Boise will also be placing high priority on public investments in transportation, which is key to ensuring that compact development works well. Boise recognizes that public education about the needs and benefits of infill development are key to gaining public acceptance and will continue to work on this. The city is also coordinating with the region to ensure that the development pattern for Boise works for all surrounding counties and cities. Boise is also looking to ensure a community of stable neighborhoods and vibrant mixed-use activity centers. This is done by creating more walkable spaces, protecting stable neighborhoods, and allowing for mixed use. Boise is ensuring that the policies are up to date with the comprehensive plan to reflect the goals of the citizens. They are also removing barriers to desirable development patterns, especially those in areas they have labeled areas of change. To top it all off, Boise is very concerned with staying a connected community via multimodal transportation. The city promotes an integrated approach to land use and transportation planning, as well as the city's non-motorized transportation options, city transit, and technological and social connections. Part of reducing driving in Boise are creative incentives like reduced parking requirements and review of on-street metered parking. All in all, while Idaho does not require Idahoans to deal or prepare for growth, Boise is concerned and has your back. Thank you.
Thank you, Planning Hero, for that update of Blueprint Boise and what is actually happening in terms of sprawl. While it seems there are not many news sources in Boise speaking up about what the city is doing for the issue of sprawl, it does seem that the city has heard the voice of some citizens and is trying to make something right. However, people of Boise, please become involved with local planning. As of now, it seems everyone is just happy as a clam to go bike off to some distant mountain and forget all about it. Or, if you are concerned, we're just not seeing it. So, I beg of you, join in, speak up, do something about your city. Thank you. This has been Straight Talk Boise. Good night. Let's do land use planning again. Let's do land use planning again. It's just a bike lane to the left and a sidewalk to the right, with a park in the center. And the density is tight, and it's a mixed use that'll drive you insane. Let's do land use planning again. Let's do land use planning again.